Motorola finally opening the Android 16 beta to older phones sounds like good news until you realize how late this actually is. While other brands wrapped this up months ago, Motorola users are only now getting a beta on devices that have been out for a while. That delay says a lot, and it's why this update matters more than it seems. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Motorola has always had a complicated relationship with software updates. The hardware is usually solid, sometimes even exciting, but updates arrive slowly, unevenly, and often with little communication. Android 16 just highlighted that problem again. Some Motorola users already got the update earlier, but a big chunk of the lineup was left waiting, and now those phones are finally being invited to test Android 16 through Motorola's beta program. So what exactly changed? Motorola has announced that 8 more devices can now join the Android 16 beta. That includes several Razr models, some Edge phones, a Moto G device, and even the ThinkPhone 25. The rollout depends heavily on region, which is another classic Motorola move. For example, the Razr 2023 and Razr Plus 2023 are eligible in the US, while the Razr 40 series covers India, Brazil, and Latin America. The Edge 50 Neo and Edge 60 Neo show up across EMEA and other regions, and the Moto G85 5G is limited to India and Brazil. If you own one of these phones and live in a supported region, you can apply through Motorola's support forums by filling out a form and agreeing to the usual beta conditions. That gives you early access to Android 16 features, bug fixes, and system improvements, with all the risks that come with beta software. And that's where things get interesting. For many users, this isn't about being first to try new features. It's about feeling forgotten. Android 16 has been around long enough that this beta almost feels like it should already be a stable release. Motorola launched Android 16 on phones like the Edge 60 Pro and Edge 50 Pro back in October, then slowly expanded it to newer Razr and Edge models. Older devices? They waited and waited. Compared to brands like Samsung, Sony, and OnePlus, Motorola looks painfully slow. Those companies pushed Android 16 much earlier, even across mid-range devices. Apple, of course, still sets the gold standard by releasing new iOS versions to all supported iPhones on the same day, something Android manufacturers continue to struggle with. To be fair, staggered rollouts are normal on Android. Flagships come first, older and cheaper phones follow later. But Motorola stretches that gap longer than most, and that hurts trust. When users don't know if or when they'll get updates, it affects buying decisions, especially now when software support is becoming just as important as specs. This is especially important for Motorola right now. The company has quietly become the third largest smartphone brand in the US. That's a huge opportunity. With better update policies, clearer timelines, and longer software support, Motorola could seriously challenge Samsung in certain segments. But slow Android updates keep holding it back. The Android 16 beta expansion is a step forward, but it also feels like catching up rather than leading. If Motorola wants users to stick around, especially Razr and Edge owners who paid premium prices, software needs to become a priority, not an afterthought. At the end of the day, this update isn't just about Android 16 features. It's about confidence. Confidence that your phone won't be left behind. Confidence that buying Motorola doesn't mean waiting months longer than everyone else. The beta is welcome, but the real test will be how fast Motorola turns this into a stable release and whether future Android versions arrive on time. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.